So week one went about as well as we could have hoped for. A dominating win over the Tennessee Titans, 49-24. I mean, first half it was tight, it was close, and then in the second half, Caleb Williams just turned it on. The offense was rolling. Our defense stepped up with a lot of turnovers, and ultimately we dominated. Got the week one win at home in Caleb Williams' first career NFL game. I think he threw for 5 touchdowns, so it was incredible. Unfortunately, DeAndre Swift did go down with an injury, so let's go ahead and take a look and see how long he's out for. Also, if you guys are pumped for episode 2 and are enjoying the Chicago Bears franchise, smash that like button and hit subscribe to never miss an episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at our injury report. I hope he's not gone for too long. I think he had about 94 yards on 13 carries, something like that. So no injuries on the report. So he was unable to continue in the game, but it looks like he should be good to go here in week 2, which would be absolutely incredible. Yeah, there he is. He's good. No injury icon, nothing like that. So you love to see. We get very fortunate with him because he's big time, man. He's a playmaker, no doubt about that. And our offense rolls much better when he is in the game. Week 2, though, we're going on the road, and it's a big matchup right from the start. Sunday night prime time against the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud and the boys over there in Houston have been dominating. It's going to be a tough match, no doubt about that. Actually, back-to-back AFC South opponents. And then we're playing the Colts in week 3, so we're getting that out of the way early. But let's go ahead and carry on with the storyline. We have a press conference here waiting for us, so let's see what the reporters want to ask us this time. Last time they were asking whether or not we should start Caleb, sit him. I think he silenced the critics after that. So far, life is good as the Bears coach. You're saying, how do we feel about the result? I mean, I loved it. What more can you say, man? Absolutely dominated on both sides of the football. Who deserved the most credit? They asked the question. Well, it's a good question. I mean, the offense was rolling. The defense was big time too. We got a pick 6 with Tyreek Stevenson, a lot of turnovers, but we're going to go ahead and give the credit to the offense. And you score 5 touchdowns through the air with Caleb Williams. They're definitely going to get a lot of credit there. In terms of who gets the boost or the credit, the game ball, it's got to be Caleb Williams. First game in the NFL, season debut for the rookie, throws for 5 touchdowns. He had the 1 interception, but you know, it was going to happen sooner or later, so we'll do that. And there we go. His accuracy actually gets a +3 boost. So not only is Caleb already dominating, he's getting a boost to his attributes as well. You love to see it. We're going to go ahead and sim through these weekly strategies here. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on Joe Mixon there. He is a big time player. They want us to throw it deep. I usually just like to sim through these. I'm not really too worried about it. I think I might change it though and just do a little run inside. Why not? I don't want those boosts. I don't know if they really impact the game or anything like that, but either way, we'll get these boys going here. Caleb, Roma Dunze, and Gervon Dexter Sr. We want to get their ratings up a little bit. Caleb's already moving well. We'll change the weekly game plan as well. So we'll do 2+ passing touchdowns, 24 points or less. We'll do 350 offensive yards and 5 total touchdowns. We were able to hit all of the marks last time out, so we got a nice boost for our franchise points. I'm just going to sim that training there. I'm not too worried about playing it, to be honest. Rather just sim and pick up the points as easy as you'd like there. So there we go, man. I mean, life's good so far here in Chicago. We already have upgrades available for some of our players. We dominated on offense again. Yes, you know, we did play the Tennessee Titans, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Will Levis actually went down with an injury that game, so it was Mason Rudolph for basically the second half. But again, you got to take care of business. You got to take care of the opponents that are in front of you. We gave up a lot of passing yards, as you see there, 387, dead last in the NFL. But overall, our other rankings are pretty good. We have the best offense points per game in the NFL, 8th in pass yards at 289. Rush yards were 3rd, so definitely take advantage of attacking the ground game. It opens up the passing for us. So yeah, I mean, the boys played really well. 1-0 so far on the season. We're tied for first in the NFC North. Green Bay, Detroit both winning. Minnesota lost their game. We're just taking a look around the NFL again. Too early to really tell who is, you know, contending, who's pretending. It's just one game into the season. Before we hop into the game against the Houston Texans, let's take a look at their roster, get some breakdowns on their players, who will be a threat. It starts with the 2 guys here, the new additions to the team. Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs. I mean, 91 and 93 overall each. Laramie Tunsil at left tackle at 95 overall. So, I mean, they have weapons on offense. Danielle Hunter, the new addition from Minnesota, joining Houston on the edge. Derek Stingley, one of the best young corners in the league. Nico Collins, one of the best young up-and-coming wide receivers as well. So, I mean, they're stacked. They're absolutely stacked. We move our way down the roster, and they got a lot of key players in key positions. It's not going to be easy. But again, if we can just play our game, if we can control what we can control and play well, we could walk away with a dub. Of course, playing on the road in Houston, it's a tough atmosphere. But either way, boys, it's time to take care of business. We got the Houston Texans in front of us. Let's take it to Houston. Sunday night primetime matchup. Let's get it going, boys. Let's play some good football and pick up the dubs. We're marching out on the field. The Chicago Bears are met with boos here in Houston. You know this crowd can get wild. One of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. And they're going to be supporting their second-year quarterback, CJ Stroud, who's looking to continue after his hot start in his rookie campaign. New weapons, Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs will definitely be some players that we have to keep our eyes on. We have to make sure our defense steps up, and we can't be getting burned on the play action like we were against Tennessee, because Houston will definitely make us pay. So we'll see. It's going to be a big-time matchup. We're kicking off to get it started. Without further ado, boys, Sunday night primetime. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Let's lock in. Let's get it going. So there he is, CJ Stroud, the main man here in Houston, marching his way on the field. Let's say we did in week 1, 27 for 39 for 319, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, if we can keep him to numbers like that, I would be very happy. It will be tough. But I mean, our defense is solid. That's the one thing I will admit. Our defense can be solid. We do give up a lot of chunk plays, at least we did against Tennessee. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on, as Tremaine Edmonds gets us started with a pick. We baited CJ Stroud into trying to find Mixon on that wheel route, and all Tremaine Edmonds had to do is turn around and snag that one. Boys, I was talking about our defense, but I was not expecting to pick up a pick that quick. What was CJ thinking there? He was covered all day, and he tried to force it in there. The former Buffalo Bill, Tremaine Edmonds, turns around, snags the interception. And Caleb Williams in this offense will be getting some phenomenal field position. As we take a look at Caleb's numbers, 16 for 21, 289, 5 tutties, 1 interception. What a start to his NFL career. Expecting more of the same. And when you play that well, the expectations are rising. We're going to start it off on the ground. Over to DeAndre Swift. Great moves there by DeAndre Swift. Great spin move. I mean, he's silky smooth. What more can you say? Finds his way, zigs in and out of all that commotion. Hits him with the spin move. And we get an easy first down on that play. DeAndre Swift, man, he's going to find a home here in Chicago. He's a great running back, no doubt about that. We get some good blocking there. Still on his feet, another big run, this time picking up 9. Have to show off his physicality there. We had a burst of speed on his first run. Second run was a little bit more power. He can do it both. He's a great player, just one of the many options we have on offense. And after back-to-back runs, we're going to hit Houston with a play action. Try to get ourselves in some good field position, as Everett was open in the end zone. We just didn't get enough height on it, and Derek Stingley picks up the interception. So both quarterbacks starting with interceptions on their first drives. I mean, the option was open there. I think the pressure, yeah, the hit came in, kind of took the throw offline, and Derek Stingley read that one well, just went up and grabbed it. We were talking about him before as one of the best corners in the league so far, and he answers the call. A big time interception for Houston. Horrible interception for us. Just like that, the Houston Texans get back out on the field. They are pressed at the 4-yard line, so not a lot of space to work with. We do a good job of covering that hole there. Mixon is still on his feet. We finally get to him there in the second wave of tacklers. Minimal pickup of 3 on the play, so not bad. Try to force Houston to punt it away. That would be great. Really unfortunate, though, that Caleb threw that interception. It is what it is when you're going up against a guy like Derek Stingley in the secondary. You know, he's always a threat of getting picks, but when it comes in the end zone like that, it always hurts a little bit more. Either way, though, we're looking good so far on defense. We are going to bring the pressure now. Like I said, one of my favorite blitzes, one of the best blitzes in the game. The double mug blitz. We're sending pressure. We're going out wide with Kevin Byard watching Joe Mixon, and we force CJ Stroud to throw it away. And unfortunately, Tremaine Edmonds is holding his ribs, and he's down to the ground, going back into the locker room, and that is not a good sign for us. Our leader in that linebacker room, Tremaine Edmonds, is out with injury. Hopefully it's not too serious and he can come back. Another key injury. Once again, we might have to take a look at adjusting the injury sliders. I mean, DeAndre Swift got injured last game. He is back for today, so it doesn't look like they last a long time, but I mean, it is what it is. Injuries happen, but let's put it behind us. Defense answers the call once again. Yeah, Tremaine Edmonds, Bruce Sternum not returning for this game. That is a huge loss for us. You hate to see that, boys. We're gonna have to be better on offense. We're gonna go back to the ground because so far DeAndre Swift has been dominating, and it's just more of the same. Big spin move there from DeAndre Swift. Can he find it all the way to the end zone? And he gets stopped at the 1 yard line. We're definitely gonna give it back to him because this man deserves a touchdown. What a start to this one here in Houston, picking up right where we left off against Tennessee. This time we're getting some good blocking, and DeAndre Swift is on one tonight, boys. Probably should have tried to dive into the end zone, but it is what it is. We're going to be handing it right off to him, getting him his first touchdown of the season, and well deserved. Just get some good blocking here. Finds his way in the end zone. Little juke as well. And there we go, boys. We get the first touchdown of the game. Wonder if anyone had DeAndre Swift first touchdown of the game, because he is one of the favorites right now. I mean, back-to-back games of just making plays happen. Steps up on the field. Got the speed, got the power. He's electric, man. Great run there. The Chicago Bears are off to the early lead. We are looking like a good football team right now. We need to keep this going, man. Let's go. So unfortunately, our defense is a man short, with Tremaine Edmonds going into the locker room for injury. As we get to Joe Mixon, took a while to get him down, but we finally get the job done. Still gets 7 on the play, so pretty decent run on first down there. That's something that we do struggle with from time to time, is stopping those big chunk plays through the ground. It is what it is. It happens from time to time. We just have to make sure we don't get caught out on the play action. As they hand it off again to Mixon, just enough for the first down. I thought we stopped them short, but the refs deem it enough for the first down. It looks like CJ Stroud is hesitant to throw the ball right now, as we're probably going to get a pass here. Dumps it off to Nico Collins. He's still on his feet. We finally get to him as they get 9 on the play, setting them up for a 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line. It looks like Houston is starting to figure it out a little bit, stringing together a couple of good plays on offense. It's another run play. This time, though, I mean, Nixon bounces off of 1. We get him the second time, though, and that's a loss of 3 on the play. 3rd and 4, and this is blitz territory, boys. You find yourselves at this point, you got to send pressure. Ball's up. Stevenson is there. He gets the hit on Tank Dell. And the ball gets knocked loose. And there we go, man. Defense answering the call once again. The boys are locked in and ready to go. We're going to run it on first down again. Once again, establishing that running game. That time, no pickup there. I mean, but DeAndre Swift, 5 for 76. You got to keep feeding him. Until the Texans can prove that they can stop the run, we're going to have to keep feeding him. We get some good blocking there, and DeAndre Swift is off to the races again. Big time block there from the offensive lineman, giving DeAndre Swift the space needed. And he is putting on a show right now. Incredible stuff from our running back. As we're going to look to call one of my favorite plays here, the little RPO bubble over to Keenan Allen, breaks some ankles and picks up another first down. It works like a charm. As soon as you see that defender going back into the middle, into the zone defense, you know there's going to be a mismatch in terms of the numbers. And Keenan Allen once again is able to make them pay. And after running it multiple times on first down, we're going to pull out a play action and try to catch him off guard. Keenan Allen uses his route running abilities to his advantage, gets open, and Caleb Williams puts it on a dot. Great pass there. Keenan Allen's got that X-Factor route running ability where he's able to get open. That does it for the first quarter. We find ourselves in the red zone, marching down the field. Unfortunate interception there from Caleb Williams. But, you know, if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be Derek Stingley. There's nothing to be ashamed of about that. 7-0 after the first. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pressure's coming in. We got space. We're just going to find it to Rome Odunze. I mean, thinking about it now, I wasn't really expecting him to go out of bounds there. I feel like we probably could have just went for a run with Caleb and got more yards. It is what it is, though. We still pick up 6. We're going to pull out this play action boot again. And hopefully this time it results in a touchdown and we find DJ Moore. I mean, you got weapons left, right, and center. Pick your poison. If it's not Keenan Allen, it's DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, or Rome Odunze. I mean, this Chicago Bears offense is looking scary right now. And Caleb Williams spills out of the pocket. Perfectly timed. Gets it to DJ Moore. Gets an easy touchdown. And just like that, we're an extra point away from making it 14-0. The stadium is silent. The crowd cannot believe what they're seeing right now. Are these the new look Bears, man? Are the Chicago Bears for real? There's only one way to find out. Got to keep playing like this, man. So far, so good on the defensive side of things. As this time, though, Houston gets some good blocking up top, and that's an immediate fresh set of downs as Joe Mixon takes it right down the middle. Good run from him. But we are doing a good job of keeping CJ quiet, which was the main priority. You know, Joe Mixon's going to get some yards here and there. It is what it is. I just don't want to get beat for big yards. As CJ just dumps it down to Mixon. He bounces off the hit stick, still on his feet. We finally get him down as he's still able to get 9. But all of that hits, all those big hits are taking a toll on Mixon. He was down holding his ribs. I'm not sure if he's getting subbed out of the game or not. No, he's still in the game, but he's starting to show signs that he is taking a beating. We need to keep playing the smackdown, boys. 2nd and 1 at the 50. It's a RPO. Over to Stephon Diggs, a new member of the Houston Texans. They're able to get him down. There is an injury on the play. Looks like it's an offensive lineman. Big boy up front. Making his way back to the change room. And at 3rd and 1, I do like to go for the blitz on 3rd down, but in this situation, 3rd and 1, I think it is just a little bit too risky. So we're going to just play the zone defense. It's a play action. We just get tied up. We can't get into the coverage in time. We get stuck on a few players. And that's a big conversion there on 3rd down for the Houston Texans as they find themselves at the 25-yard line. That play action pass, man, it seems to get us. It's right down the middle. There is a catch made on the play. Stephon Diggs gets his hands on it. Nearly picked off. It was looking good. But we'll take that. A minimal pickup of 2. 4 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. Let's keep this lockdown defense going. It's a little corner dump off pass to his tight end Dalton Schultz. 3rd and 1, and I think now, given the field position, we can call a blitz. Stevenson is faking. Watching it there. It's right down the middle. Bounced off the receiver's head. Nearly made a play on it. CJ had to get rid of it quick as the pressure was coming in. And it looks like the Texans are going for it here on 4th. 4th and 1. They feel that going for it on 4th is warranted as we send the pressure in. And CJ's got nowhere to go. This double mug blitz going after him. And it's a turnover on downs. He had to act quick as we send pressure. I believe we're sending 6. So it's just a numbers mismatch. Not enough on the offensive line. And Caleb Williams there. Good start so far. 4 of 5 with a touchdown. Obviously, the one incompletion he has was the interception to Derek Stingley. Other than that, he's been perfect. So he's also picking up where he left off as DeAndre Swift takes it out wide. Tried to hit him with the spin move again. You know that spin move's been deadly, but look at that, man. 7 rushes for 100. I mean, we're going to keep feeding him. Can we get him 200 yards this game? The Texans right now do not have an answer for our run game. And we're going to keep it going as Swift gets caught up from behind, but he's still able to get the first down, so not bad at all. It's time to go for a play action again. They have to respect our run game. So we're just going to take the play action, a little dump down to DeAndre Swift. Keenan Allen and DJ Moore were both covered downfield. We'll just dump it off, and we still get a big chunk play. That's what you like to see, boys. Don't want to force anything, right? That's what it all comes down to. Just take what the defense gives you, expose their weaknesses, and march down the field. We now find ourselves at the 2-minute warning. We're at the 46-yard line. Making good progress marching down the field. We're just going to take it underneath to Odunze and pick up 7 on the play. You got 4 downs to work with. Well, I guess 3 if, you know, depending how you look at it, depending on the situations, but you don't have to get big chunk plays every time. I think that's one thing that Caleb Williams can work on as well. You know, it's not always about the highlight play. Sometimes the simple play is best. Just pick up the yards when you can, and then those big chunk plays will eventually come about. As there is an injury on the offensive line, that is not good news. He's got his head in his hands. He's not feeling good right now. Hate to see it. I believe that's our left tackle that's down. And our offensive line already, you know, wasn't necessarily the strongest piece of this team. We unfortunately get an injury there, so that's not really going to help us. I'm going to custom stem Keenan Allen to get into first down marker there. Will be an option for us. Pressure's coming in. We're going to escape with Caleb. And you know, this is what he can do. This is in his bag 100%. Go ahead and slide down. And Caleb Williams hasn't really had to do it yet this season, but he is capable of exploding out of the pocket. Pocket was collapsing. Goes on a run. And Braxton Jones, he is injured. Hip bursitis. We're going to keep him. Whatever that means. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. Caleb Williams looking like a seasoned vet so far in his second career NFL game. We're just going to take the dump down here to DJ Moore. And what's going on here? Was there a timeout on the play? Somebody called something. No, there was no timeout, so EA Sports finessed me a little bit there. We lost a couple of seconds. We now find ourselves 2nd and 5, and I think what we're going to do here is call a screen pass. We haven't called it yet this game. And this is prime territory for something like a screen pass. All out blitz. DeAndre Swift gets open, and look at all that space. And he's stopped at the 1-yard line, unfortunately. We're going to call a timeout. How did he not make it in? I don't understand. But Houston send the blitz. And I think we are going to pull out a play that helped us against the Tennessee Titans. On 4th down, we're going to call a little tush-push QB sneak and see if we can get Caleb to break the plane for a touchdown. Caleb gets going, and it's a touchdown. The QB sneak works to perfection. Caleb Williams gets a rushing touchdown. First rushing touchdown of his career. He already had a big run out of the pocket. This time we take a little QB sneak. Tumbles his way into the end zone, but it's enough to break the plane. And your Chicago Bears are shocking the football world right now. I mean, yes, there's a lot of hype around them, but nobody thought that this would be possible. 21-0 going into the second half, as there's a penalty on the play. What happened here? Roughing the kicker. The Texans are getting agitated. We're just going to accept it. PAT is good. And the other thing to consider too is that we do get the ball back at halftime. You're able to kick it from the 50, take it all the way back to a touchback. That is great news, as it is very difficult to get touchbacks on kickoffs. It doesn't really make any sense. It's almost like they cap you from how much power you can put in. So far, so good, man. I mean, what more can you say? We're locking him down on defense. We're clinical on offense. And Houston seems to be content with taking these little dump downs underneath. That's fine by me. We're actually going to shade underneath. Commit to the pass, shade underneath. Right down the middle. I mean, we were there. We just couldn't get into the proper position to make a play on the ball. And CJ gets it off quickly to Dalton Schultz for a pretty decent play. They are in field goal range now. Looks like our shutout, our first half shutout might be in jeopardy here. Unless we can continue to lock him down as this one goes out wide. I had a feeling he was going to go to Diggs. I just didn't stay with him because I didn't want to leave the middle open as we were in zone coverage. So it's enough for another first down. They find themselves at the 25 with 11 seconds remaining. Houston has to be careful. They have one timeout left. I feel like if they don't get something here, they're just going to have to settle for the field goal. Big hit stick laid down on Tank Dell. And there it is. The Texans settling for the field goal. So it looks like we'll be going into halftime up 21-3. And I will take that all day long, especially considering that we do get the ball back at halftime or at the second half. Domination on display, man. Incredible stuff. The boys are rolling right now, to say the least. We're just going to run it out with Rome. Hopefully there's no fumbles or anything like that on the play. Clock hits 0, and that does it for the first half. Texans get us started for the second half. And really, I have no critiques for the way we played in that first half. It was perfect on both sides of the football. Caleb Williams is rolling. I mean, the offense is rolling in general. Let's go back to the ground, give it back to DeAndre Swift, and continue where we left off. Let's see if the Texans made any adjustments at halftime, or will it be more of the same? Not a bad little run. Swift gets 4. Not his usual big chunk play, but still enough forward progress. We'll take it. Normally, I like to run this play near the end zone, the play action boot. We're going to pull it out here, though. As there's nothing there, just have to get rid of it. That's why I don't call it. That's why I normally don't call it in that situation. Exhibit A. So it seems like we haven't really had to face this situation yet today. Third down. We're going to just dump it off to Adunze. He can hold on. Yes, he does. I really wanted to go for a conservative catch. I didn't do it in time, and thankfully he was able to hold on. You never know in those animations, in those situations. But so far, so good. We're going to hand it back off to DeAndre Swift. Tried to get a juke move there to make a man miss. This time he goes backwards. Maybe the Houston Texans have made some halftime adjustments. D'Amico Ryans, defensive head coach. Did they figure out how to stop DeAndre Swift? It doesn't look like it. Goes out wide. Spin move past his man. And the inevitable happens once again. DeAndre Swift breaks out for a big running burst. Huge chunk of yards there. Stingley gets left in the dust. And DeAndre Swift is on one tonight. They might be bringing an all-out blitz here. We have to be very mindful of that. Pressure's coming in. We just get this one off to Keenan Allen. Minimal pickup of 1. They were bringing the blitz. Probably should have audibled out of that one, to be honest, but it's okay. We're going to run it again. So far, our offensive line has been doing a great job of picking up blocks. There goes DeAndre Swift again. Picks up 5. That spin move is deadly right now, and it's another third down situation. Can we convert again on third down? DJ Moore might be open on a quick pass. Rome Odunze's on a little zag route, so he could potentially be a good option for us. And there we go, rookie to rookie. They're starting to build up some good chemistry, just like we drew it up, boys. We're gonna run it right down the Texans' throats here, right down the middle. Swift gets caught up, picks up 2 on the play. And I have to say, man, our offense is feeling really silky smooth right now. It's such a good feeling when everything you do just works out. Another big run for DeAndre Swift. You guys find a weakness in the defense, attack it and expose it. We're doing just that with DeAndre Swift in this running game. We're going to see if we can finally pull off this little play action boot play here. Last time resulted in an interception. This time we're just going to run it with Caleb, and we're going to go out of bounds, pick up 7 on the play. There we go. Don't want to force anything. I feel like the first play that resulted in the interception, we tried to force it into the end zone. This time, though, we're just going to take the easy yards. We're going to call a little RPO bubble here. Depending on the movement. Yeah, there we go. The defenders did not stick with Roma Dunze. Once again, indicating they're in a zone. Numbers mismatch, and he strides his way into the end zone. Rookie wide receiver already has 2 touchdowns on the year. That one was just as easy as you'd like. Get some good blocking up top. Dunze gets in behind, takes it to the end zone. And your Chicago Bears are putting on an absolute clinic, boys. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, we have the options on offense. Our defense is solid. We are a playoff team, and there's no doubt about that. The NFC North should be on high alert. The NFC in general. It's so wild to me that the Tennessee Titans were actually giving us more problems than the Houston Texans. It really doesn't make a lot of sense. Had a feeling he was going to give it to Mixon there. Just weren't able to stay with the route. But it's just wild that Mason Rudolph and Will Levis were having a better game than CJ Stroud. I guess that's Madden for you. We might... What do we have here? False start on the offense? Yes. Beautiful. I had a feeling for a second we may have jumped off sides, but it's on the offense. Things go from bad to worse for the Houston Texans, as it is now 2nd and 10. What is CJ going to do here? Is it a play action? No, it's a run to Mixon. Minimal pickup of 1, and the boos are starting to rain down. You love to hear it as the away team. And you know what time it is, boys. 3rd and 9. It's time to send the double mug blitz. CJ's forced out of the pocket because of the pressure, and Montez Sweat was waiting for him. Shoves CJ down to the ground. There's an injury timeout, and he's injured. It's another quarterback that we take out. These Chicago Bears, man. This defense is a bunch of menaces on this defense, man. We're going after the quarterbacks. We injure Will Levis. We injure CJ Stroud. And could this potentially be the historic Chicago Bears defense reincarnated, as we are shutting down the Houston Texans? Adding insult to injury, CJ Stroud is down. And who knows, if I'm D'Amico Ryans, I don't even want him to come back. It's getting ugly. I'm going to run this bubble again, this time on the right side. Nobody goes with Keenan Allen, and he's open. We're going to hit him with the spin move, break his ankles, get going. Keenan Allen, the veteran wide receiver, putting on a clinic. Caleb Williams, 162 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. He's also got a touchdown on the ground. Incredible performance here so far in this one. Big hit on Swift. Hopefully he'll be all right. 15 for 153. He's averaging 10 yards a carry. It's unbelievable stuff. 4th quarter time, and this one is just about over. I'm going to hit him with a play action. See if we can find Cole Kmet. Pressure's coming in. We're just going to have to get rid of it. Almost got it to Kmet, considering the amount of pressure that was coming in. Caleb had to get rid of it quick. Unfortunately, it was just out of reach. It's not going to stop us, though. We're going back to the play action on 3rd down. Keenan Allen has his X Factor activated, and he finds the end zone once again, boys. Don't look now. The Chicago Bears are dominating. We're making a statement. We walk into Houston. We sit back, kick our feet up, and just put on a show. I'm surprised the Texans fans are still in the building. Not that you'd know, you can't hear them. And Keenan Allen dancing in the end zone, showing off. I mean, football is much better when you're a good team. There's no doubt about it. The boys are here. We made some great additions over the offseason. And we are dominating right now. So it looks like CJ's back in the game. So he was down with an injury, but he continues to carry on. You got to respect it. As they take it underneath again. To Nico Collins, they pick up 9 on the play. So we've really been shutting down the passing offense of the Houston Texans, which is a very good sight to see, considering we gave up a lot against Tennessee. I think it was like 389 or something like that. It was just absolutely crazy. We lock him down, man coverage, gets the job done, and Montez Sweat gets another sack. He's having an incredible season as well. I think that's 4 sacks on the season in 2 games. So he's dominating, and all facets of this football team are clicking right now. We're watching the middle. They take it out wide to Stephon Diggs as he steps out of bounds to stop the clock. Was not expecting there to be, no fight at all from the Houston Texans, as this one's up, and CJ Stroud, what is he doing? Throws the second interception of the game. Unfortunately, it's another injury for us, and that's not a good sign at all. So you hate to see that. I think I definitely have to reduce the injury sliders a little bit. I think it's getting a little out of hand right now with everyone going down. And I think we're gonna have to increase the sliders as well, or at least change them up, make it a little bit more difficult for us, because right now we are just dominating. And what happened there? Odunze gets tied up on Kmet, fails to run his route. We were expecting him to be in that spot, and it's resulted in an interception. I mean, that is one of the cheesiest interceptions you'll probably see all season long. Odunze runs into Kmet. What is that, EA? Come on. Like, look at this. They just run into each other. He gets stopped up. Can't figure it out. Can't go around him. And we throw it to where he's supposed to be, and Al-Shair is there to get an interception. I mean, EA Sports, it's in the game, I guess. So it's unfortunate that that interception will be added to Caleb's total for the season, because, I mean, that doesn't happen if Odunze is able to run a route, doesn't run into Kmet. The game is glitchy, I guess. As we were there all the way, still CJ is able to make the pass, but we're going to just substitute Dexter Sr. out for this one. I mean, the game's over. There's no need for him to come back and aggravate anything. We're just going to take him out. I hate throwing interceptions, so seeing something like that just drives me nuts, man. But I mean, I guess it's EA Sports. If you guys have any history with EA Sports, regardless of what game it is, you always know there's something. So it is what it is. We're dominating. That's all that matters. It's 2nd and 2 at the 17 now. We're going to go out wide. They take the dump down to Schultz. Houston is still trying to do something, but I mean, we've basically let our foot off the gas. Really, there isn't much more to talk about or show. It's another dominating display, and it leaves us with a very, very easy and stress-free 4th quarter. And I will gladly take that. The run, it's a touchdown. Really doesn't matter. They're just adding to their point total, but the game is done and over with. I mean, it's been done and over with probably at halftime, to be honest. Again, that is something I'll never understand. How the Tennessee Titans operate a better offense on the road compared to the Houston Texans. It really doesn't make any sense. The 3:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. We're going to start with a run. I tried to bounce out to the right, but DeAndre Swift just didn't really move. And we go down for a loss of 2. I'm going to try to take some time off the clock. There goes DeAndre Swift, picks up 2. It's 3rd and 10, and it's another injury. We're reducing the sliders, man. This is getting ridiculous. It's another injury to the offensive line. I mean, I guess, yeah, injuries do happen, especially to the offensive line. A lot of offensive linemen do go down with injuries. But, come on, man. It's franchise mode. I don't want to be out here playing with a bunch of backup offensive linemen. We get 6 on the plate. It's not enough. We're going to have to punt for the first time here tonight. I mean, I guess we could probably go for it. Being up by 25, but we're just going to punt it away. Honestly, if Houston wants to keep going for it, I'm sending the blitz. I'm getting a little annoyed. How does Mixon not go down there? Bounces off. I mean, we're laying the hit stick down, but he stays on his feet. They ran the screen. I mean, if you're ever going to call a screen, perfect time is when the opposition is blitzing. We send the blitz, and it comes back to bite us. It is what it is, though. Watching the middle. Dump down to Dalton Schultz. Again, he goes out of bounds. And I feel like these last couple of minutes here are just really taking a while to come down. But a lot of positives, man. I mean, Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen again. I honestly would say we have the best wide receiver room in the NFL so far after 2 weeks. DeAndre Swift putting on an absolute clinic. 150 plus yards from him. He's got a touchdown as well. A lot of positives to take away and build upon. We've got 2 interceptions on the night, a couple of sacks as well. We're clicking, man. We are clicking right now. Again, it's a little strange to me how the Texans are struggling on offense. You know, just reflecting back and comparing them to how the Tennessee Titans played. It's very interesting to see how, you know, random teams at random quarterbacks will just dominate, but then the teams that you'd expect to play well don't. I feel like that happens sometimes throughout franchise, but it is what it is. I'll take it. We get a hand in on the play. Jalen Johnson want to try to pick it off. I mean, I want to get these DBs a lot of interceptions. That one looked like it was there for the taking. But I'll take a pass breakup too, all day. There we go. Perfectly timed interception with Edwards. Watching the zone with the user. And CJ Stroud throws his 3rd interception of the night. This team is scary, man. If we can be clicking like this all year long. It's a long season. Don't get me wrong. It's a long season. And football's crazy. Anything can happen. You know, it's hard to maintain a level of play for 17 games. Then you go into the playoffs, single game elimination playoffs, right? There's a lot of factors to consider. But I mean, how could you not be happy with how these guys are playing right now? Swift gets 3 on the play. We're going to change our tempo to chew the clock down. And we'll be able to walk away with a dominating victory again, 35-10 in Houston on Sunday night primetime. So, you know, a lot of people were watching this one. A lot of people are saying, are the Bears for real? Is this the new look Chicago Bears? The answer is yes. Why not? You got everything you need to be a successful football team. As DeAndre Swift gets picked up, taken down, 20 rushes for 158 yards. What a performance from him. Really opened up our passing offense. I mean, if you can run the ball like that, it makes life so much easier when it comes to passing it. And the crowd is silent. The Chicago Bears walk into Houston and dominate 35-10, putting on an absolute clinic again. I think what Caleb had 4 touchdown passes on the night. Unfortunately, he had 2 interceptions. Second one being a little cheesy. We're not really going to count it, but it is what it is. Everyone is getting involved. That's the other thing I love about this team on offense. Everybody eats, right? Everybody's got kind of their roles, their specialties and strengths. And right now we're really taking advantage of that. Playing some great stuff. 2-0 on the season, man. What more could you ask for? As we take a look at the stats to end this one off, Caleb with another rating over 100, 16 for 20, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So a very good performance from him again. We're not going to hold that second interception against him. I mean, this is the star of the game right here. Player of the game, DeAndre Swift, 20 attempts, 158 yards, another 7.9 average yards per carry, 20 plus yards. I mean, wow. Like, incredible stuff. Touchdown. Caleb also had a good rushing game too. 3 for 31. Receiving side of things, Rome Odunze, 6 for 40. Keenan Allen again, wide receiver 1 really for us right now, just in terms of how much he gets involved. 5 for 104. I think the bubble plays for him help out a lot as well. DJ Moore, quiet game, only 2 receptions for 12 yards, but he did get a touchdown. So we'll take it. Overall, it was a pretty easy game. I can't even lie. That was one of the easiest games I think we'll play all season. Either way, though, dominating win on the road, Sunday night primetime. Pure perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's take a quick look at the stats right now. We have a lot of players leading in some good categories. Caleb Williams, 482 yards, 8 touchdowns after 2 games. Unreal stuff. Unreal start to his NFL career. I mean, I feel like, you know, being labeled a generational talent, it's not easy, but right now he is answering the call. No doubt about that. DeAndre Swift leading the NFL in rushing yards, 256. Gordon's got 2 interceptions on the season. Keenan Allen is number 1 in receiving yards and touchdowns, I believe. And then Montez Sweat is up there with 3 sacks and 6 tackles for loss on the season already. So the boys are absolutely rolling. We're clicking, firing on all cylinders. Perfect start to the season. Let's hope it continues as we progress in the season. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of the Bears franchise. If you did, please smash that like button to help the video get out. in the algorithm, help the channel grow. I appreciate you guys all. You guys have a great rest of your day, and peace.